And I had to learn quickly because if I didn't learn quickly, we would have sunk a long time ago. And you have to learn how to adapt.
Welcome to Hustleshare, the podcast that features the daily grinds of unique hustlers around the world to show not our differences, but that our hustles are very much alike. Now here's your host, Ronster Bae-pyong.
Welcome to the latest episode of the Hustleshare podcast. We're now at episode 7. My name is Ronster, and I'm your host. The month of March is the International Women's Month. And if you're probably wondering, why the hell does Hustleshare only feature dudes? That's not a coincidence, okay? It's just that, availability-wise, a lot of the people that said yes early are dudes. But now, things are about to change because in the next couple of episodes, we're going to be talking to female hustlers on the show. And we're going to be starting that in this very episode. In this very episode, we're going to be talking to a hustler that's very unique because her story is very different from the ones that we've featured in the past couple episodes where it's revolving around tech and all that. This one is still the hustle of a bit in terms of business, but it revolves around how she started out as a radio DJ. Our featured hustler in this episode is none other than Monica Tobias. If that rings a bell, then you probably heard her before because before she was known to be DJ Fran or DJ Francesca in RX 93.1. And in this episode, we're going to be talking about her journey of how she started out as a newscaster on radio and how she became a 3-time Golden Dove awardee in the radio. We're also going to be discussing how she lasted 18 years doing what she loves in front of the mic and being radio, and how she progressed to being Miss Radio to now owning the best burgers in Metro Manila, arguably the Philippines. And that's very biased to me, but I love the burgers. And if you've heard about them, you probably know that we are talking about Sweet Ecstasy. If you haven't heard about them, you are really missing out. So in this episode, we're going to be talking about how she transitioned from being a radio jock, and again, how she put up Sweet Ecstasy to what it is now, and to be being ranked always as one of the top burgers in the country. So if you want to learn more and find out what happened to her and what her story is, and learn how you can improve your hustle by listening to her hustle in radio and burgers, then stick around. And we're going to begin this episode right now. Welcome to the newest episode of the Hustleshare podcast. We are now at episode 7. We have a very first woman guest on the show. Yay! Can we just do a mic test on you? Because it's like your radio voice.
Hello.
Oh my God.
1, 2, 3.
There you go.
Okay.
So if you can see, she has a very beautiful voice because she's been doing this for a long time. Not on a podcast,
yes,
but in radio. And most people know her. I mean, I know her. And that's why I'm still freaking out till now. As DJ Fran from
Hi.
before. But to reveal and to break the kayfabe, at least in wrestling terms, her real name is Monica Tobias, correct?
That's right, yes.
And she is the founder and owner of Sweet Ecstasy Burgers.
That is correct.
Yeah, I'm a fat guy because of you guys. Mon, how are you? Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. I am pleased to know that I am the first female guest on Hustleshare.
Yes.
What up?
What up?
Yes, it is. It's apt. Is this going to air in March? Because it is.
This is going to air on... Wait, I got to be specific about the date.
All right.
Because
it's Women's Month.
Correct.
You know that, right? Okay.
That's correct. And that's why I'm trying to get a whole gauntlet of women on the show. I actually have one more.
Good for you, Ron.
Correct.
Very progressive.
Shout out to all my women out there. And this is a testament. I was raised by a single mom. I don't know if I've ever told you.
No, not yet. Cool.
I was raised by 2 strong women in my life. So that's my mom and my grandma.
Nice.
And rest in peace wherever she is right now. But, I was raised in a household full of women with all the drama in between.
Good for you.
Yes. So this is going to air on March 14, this coming
Perfect.
Thursday. So that's going to...
Happy International Women's Month,
There you go.
everybody.
Okay, so Man, again, I don't know where to start. I'm still having... I'm freaking out.
Stop, don't freak out.
okay,
We're having
okay.
fun. This is nice. Well, this is my first time, if it will make it any better, to be interviewed for a podcast.
There you
Okay.
go. And you have a special announcement later about your own little podcast, but
Yes.
we'll discuss that towards the end of the show.
Okay, yeah, sure.
So, Man, let's go straight to the jugular like we always do. What's your hustle?
Okay, my hustle right now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I am a full-time business owner,
There you go.
a restaurant owner. I'm a full-time mom.
Wow.
I am a full-time partner
Wow.
to my lover.
There you go. Shout out Al. Thanks for driving us here.
Yes, thank you. Who is the, partner in life and partner in business.
There you go.
Right? So all those three aspects kind of just keep me busy 24/7. I never thought it would,
Yeah.
coming from radio.
Wow. Yeah.
So, yeah. That's
That is
my hustle.
awesome. So I have so many questions in my mind. I don't even
Go.
know where
Let's
to
just
start.
whack it out one by one.
But let's track back and let's ride a time machine now
Okay.
and take you for, because everybody knows you as DJ Fran, like what I said, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm on a personal note. This is how I knew of Mon. You were introduced to me by Vin.
Yes. Kuya Vin, Dancel. Hi.
Wherever you are, rock and roll. No, and I was like, holy shit, that's Fran. Oh my god! And I was working my first startup. It was literally beside her restaurant in Jupiter Street in Sweet Ecstasy.
Yes.
And from right there and then, I mean, I remember at least once a week.
You
I'll
would
have
go.
I'll buy your burgers.
I remember seeing you a lot.
Yes.
A lot.
And I'm fat because of you. No, but it's good. It's again, I'm not trying to toot their own horn here, but I have never tasted any burger better tasting than Sweet X.
Wow.
It's literally
Thank
ecstasy.
you.
It's more like crack. It's like
Thank you.
crack.
Yeah, that is what our partner Jego, who's from Sandwich, said
Yeah.
when he first tried it. He's like, "Oh my god, it's like crack.
Yes.
So good. It's so good." And you're so right.
So okay, let's backtrack again. And how did you start your hustle in radio when you were starting out?
Oh, that's fun. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll go all the way back.
Oh yeah,
going
we're driving a time
all
machine.
the way
We're
back. Oh, okay.
Captain
So
Marvel.
yeah, oh,
Right.
which I loved, by the way.
Yes,
Yay, Brie
and the
Larson
cat. Yeah.
and the cat. Okay, so radio started for me. I was 18, 19 years old,
Yeah.
and I had just. Well, I grew up in New York. Okay.
Wow.
I grew up in New York, and then my parents decided to hightail it here to the Philippines.
But you're full Filipino.
I'm full Filipino,
Okay.
yes.
There you go.
But they got tired of the rat race in
Mm.
New York,
Mm-hmm.
so they decided to come to the Philippines, go back to their roots and whatnot. But me, coming from the New York public
Yeah.
school system,
Yeah.
and then coming to school here, I was like, what is going on? Why are we going to school outdoors?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was used to like confined cement buildings.
Right.
And then I come here,
Yeah.
there's AM and PM classes,
Yep.
and my high school was like, anyway, it was, suffice to say, it was a culture shock. So anyway,
Yeah.
I found radio through Radio 1.
Radio 1.
Somebody invited me, I can't remember, but it was a student jock program of
Yep.
RX
RX 93.1. Yep.
at the time. So I joined. I auditioned, I guess. I got in, and it was good for me because I got to be around people who spoke English.
Yes.
I can speak Tagalog. I can speak conversational Tagalog. But
Yeah.
when I went to high school here, they really made fun of me, or I had the gamut of I ran out of words to say, or
Yeah.
my nose is bleeding, yung mga ganon.
Yeah.
Mga hirit na ganon.
People they shame it, and then
Yes.
I get that a lot too. Though
Yes.
I'm naturally from here, and the reason why I actually speak this
Yes.
is because if you just look at the optics,
Mm-hmm.
if I spoke my normal Tagalog, people will not believe anything that I say. Yeah, I get it. Like
It's
if I
true.
wear my normal my street clothes, people will call me Kuya. Kuya, can you get this, Kuya? Like,
But I was surprised. Yeah. Well, when the first time I met you,
dude, no.
Yeah.
First time I went to the States was last year.
What?
I was 29 years
so how come you can speak English so well?
Okay, this
It was
is my
TV.
secret. No. Yeah, yes, YouTube. So
I
to
knew
be
it.
specific.
Okay.
Shout out to all my N's. I can't say it. Though we're on a podcast, I'm not going to do it. But
No, you can't say that word.
of course, anywhere.
Let's just lay down that law.
I've gotten so much trouble saying that and bleeping out in the worst possible way. But I acquired this by working in a call center before. I was your age, 18. I was literally 18. In between first year and second year of college. I was like, hey, I needed a job.
So they trained you.
Yeah,
to
they
speak this
literally
way.
train you.
Nice.
Like how to speak, the phonetics, and how you stitch up words and how you say it. Because normal Filipinos, like this way, they will talk like this, right? Mom, thank you to my podcast. Welcome to the Hustleshare podcast. Right? It's all
Okay. True.
Yeah.
All right.
So they teach you how to like do that. And then through repetition, I do like, I don't know, 100 calls a day. And I was a telemarketer. I get cussed at
Okay.
every day. So my cuss vocabulary became
Increased.
better
Okay.
because I was the one
I
receiving
see.
all that stuff.
Well, you adapted to it quite nicely because there's some that can't. Because, there is it's the rhythm of how people
True.
talk in any language, whether it be English
Correct.
or French or whatever. But you you imbibed it.
Yeah, and they actually literally taught you even how to breathe.
Oh.
Natively, like the people that trained us. I don't know how they do it.
Galing.
Yeah, it's like boom. It's like natural and it's flowing and whatnot.
Well, you got
so
it
there
then.
you go. I'm a fake English mofo. Thank you. But you had this naturally when you started out.
Well, yes, only because I grew up in New York. But so I was there. I found like-minded individuals who can speak the way I can speak, who didn't make fun of me.
Yes.
Yun lang yun eh.
So get your
Kasi-
tribe.
Yes, and I felt bad because I couldn't speak Tagalog as well as
Yeah.
my other classmates, and they're great people. Yeah, but when you're kids.
Yeah, that hurts, and especially
You're
any
immature.
Kind of teasing, right?
Oh, lahat ng mga teasing na, I was like, oh, just get over it, okay?
Correct.
Just get over my slang.
Yeah.
Like water
Yeah,
like-
water.
or soda. Or, I don't know. But so they made
soft drink.
yeah, they made fun of me in that sense, and it was
Right.
just like bad trip. So I was very, very happy that I found people who can, I can
True.
relate to. So, but the thing is, I got pregnant at 19. As part of Radio 1, and they needed a newscaster. And then I remember...
Newscaster.
Yeah, that's how I started.
Wow.
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
The partners, it was strict. It was just like a DJ, and then it was the newscaster that came in, that did the news,
So
jammed
low.
about it at the top of the hour, and at the bottom of the hour, delivered the news. And the jock on board was the
Yeah.
main. He was the anchor.
Right.
We were outside. We would never really hung out in the booth. We just
No.
went in and
Wow.
out. Yeah, we had our desk and the computer, and we looked through the newspapers, and we
Wow.
wrote our own news, and then we delivered it.
Right.
That's how it was. I mean, if you just fast forward. But I remember auditioning, I was pregnant, and they're like, haha. And I said, yeah, don't worry, I have a driver, But they're like, haha. Who is
Yeah.
this stupid little 19-year-old
Right,
girl who
right,
thinks she
right.
can, like, hold this slot down? So
Right.
I don't know if they waited for me or just the time was right. But
Mm-hmm.
after I gave birth, they asked me to come back in.
Wow. And
So
you just
I was-
sound. I'm just a fan. You just
Thank you.
sound so beautiful.
Thank
like,
you.
Oh my god! Like I can't even like. It's like, oh my god! It's DJ Brand on my motherfucking show.
So, but I had a lot of training. I mean, I
What was
can
that like?
speak English, but to deliver news,
Right.
totally different. So the mentors at RX, they really showed me how to read it, how to deliver it, how to
Yeah.
write it.
Right.
And then I guess the responsibilities that came along with it. I think responsibility wise, I remember
Yeah.
growing up in New York, I would watch the news. I'd watch Diane Sawyer,
Yeah,
Tom
yeah.
Brokaw, and all of
Right.
them. And I looked up to them. And I remember doing news stuff like who, what, where, when, and why.
Wow.
So radio for me from the get-go wasn't just about play.
Okay.
I knew there was some sort of heavy responsibility to it.
Yeah, this is the
Instinctually-
day without social media. So
Yes.
that people get their news really on tri-media before.
Yes, exactly.
Right?
TV, print, radio.
Yeah.
And radio was the most far-reaching
Yes.
at the time because
Correct.
everybody owned a radio. It was so
Yeah.
cheap, right? So I knew this going in, and I knew I had to be responsible about it. And I'm glad I had people who taught me how to do that.
Nice. So
that
that,
was
mentorship really, I mean, just fast forward now, I guess that all sticks with you.
Of course.
Right. That
Yes,
discipline
absolutely.
and whatnot.
Because I remember I was so nervous the first time,
Yeah.
and the jock on board there were listeners in the booth, and he asked them to just leave for a little bit so I can deliver the news. And then
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
after I delivered the news, he showed me where to breathe and where to pause. And, I was like, okay. And I took that with me all throughout my career. I was there for 17, 18 years?
Wow.
Maybe more, but
Maybe more.
yeah.
But dude, again, that was amazing. So from that point, how did you become how did you get your show as DJ Fran? What was your first name?
Francesca.
And then you just
Because my full name is Monica Francesca.
There you go.
Yeah.
And-
So
yeah.
they said we can't use Monica because I think there was another Monica in another radio station. So I said, okay, how about Francesca? They're like, okay. And I said, all right. But I didn't have a last name. It wasn't Francesca Tobias.
Yeah.
Or Francesca Tobias.
Tobias, right.
Tobias. But yeah. So it was just Francesca.
Yeah.
And it was just newscaster, right? Like I told you. But then it evolved. We had Chico and Del. And Chico and Del became a tandem.
Yep.
Right?
The Hall of Fame.
And then
radio is not the same
absolutely
without the
those
Morning
two
Rush.
amazing, their legacy. So after
Yep.
those two, they decided, okay, let's pair up everybody else down the line, down the schedule. So I think my first partner was Jude Rocha. I was so scared of him. He's a
Yeah.
good friend now. He's one of my mentors. I learned a
Okay.
lot from him. I'm still learning a lot from him.
Yep.
But so we partnered together. So
Okay.
from newscasters being regulated from outside of the booth,
Okay.
we came in.
Now-
Inside the booth, we were inside. We had a seat
Yep.
at the big boy table, so to
Yep.
speak, right? Because radio, maybe now till now, it's a man's world,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Very
Anywhere,
few,
actually,
very
right.
few station managers, program directors are female, except for Nicole Hayala. Nicole.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yes, she has a big position. I think
I
she's
didn't
station
know.
manager or program director. I'm not sure.
Way up there.
She's way up there.
Okay.
But it's few and far between. Right.
Makes sense.
So anyway, here we come.
Okay.
Here I come, naive, 19 years
Right.
old, 20, just having fun technically and just doing what I'm told.
Okay.
Right. And then from there it evolved. So I was with Jude Rocha and it was basically his show. I was just kind of like his sidekick,
Okay. Okay.
still anchored by him. And then I don't know how it happened. Maybe through Jude actually. He's like, I'm going to train you how to board. I said, what?
So now you flipped. Okay.
I said, oh my God. Okay. So I had to learn how to man the console.
Yep. And that's very intimidating. There's so many knobs and nuts and whatever buttons there.
And of course, you have to take care of the commercials. You have to take care of the songs. You have to do all this. So I said, okay, let me learn. So it's just go. It's just yes. Just
Yeah.
keep saying yes. And you
Yes.
absorb all these things. And then I don't know the exact timeline, but I ended up hosting the RX concert series with him because
Yes, and
he
that
was
was
also the host
Friday,
of that.
Saturday? Like,
It was Wednesdays before, I think, and then Mondays.
yeah. But that is a live show, right?
Live show where we had great musical guests perform, like Gary V,
Oh,
Parok and Edgar, everybody who was in the local music scene probably
Correct.
guested on
And
the
that was
RX
like
concert
the
series.
peak of OPM at
Yes!
that point,
Oh my
right?
God! I met the Eraserheads, River Maya, Sandwich. Everybody. So I think he was grooming me to take over because he let me ask questions on the show, and I said okay. And then slowly, it just turned to like I hosted the show.
Nice. It's slow progression
It
eventually.
was a very slow progression, but I'm cool with that because I learned so much along the
Yeah.
way. But the evolution of females in that booth, in the
Sure.
radio booth, was really fast, I think, because all of a sudden we were manning the console.
Got it.
Because you're the
Bells
anchor,
of the
right? If you
world,
man the
yeah.
console, you're called the anchor. So you're the anchor of the show. You control the shots. It's like if
Wow.
you're talking too much, I'm going to tell you, okay, tama na.
Shut up. Like,
Commercial now,
Right,
let's
okay,
go.
got
Or
it.
I'll segue into something else,
Wow.
So it was like that. And then a different show evolved. And then I guess from Jude Rocha, I had Rico Robles as a partner.
Rico, shout out.
Hi,
Yep.
Pound.
What up?
I also, and then my
Pound for pound. That's what he calls
my
him.
most favorite, I had Gino Killiamore as my partner.
Gino.
We really clicked.
Yep.
Yeah, so there. And then that's what happened. And then I won Golden Dove Awards for the RX concert series.
Award-winning
Yes.
DJ.
Excuse me.
Award DJing.
Can I just say?
Yeah, no, it is. Our first one, the guest we had prior to this
Mm-hmm.
episode is also an award winner.
Awesome.
RJ Ledesma,
Yes,
like a
RJ.
Leo Award 3 times for
Yes.
best host.
Cool.
I'm so fortunate to have friends like you. I'm so at awe.
So,
my
but of
God.
course, while it's happening, I'm like, wow, is this for real?
Yeah.
Did I really win this? Am I really deserving?
Right.
I mean, even till now, was I really deserving? I don't know, but
yeah,
it's
come
there.
on. Right. But just here's what I wanted to learn. And on a personal note, I don't know how many times I've called you about being on radio for the past couple of years.
Okay.
Every time, like, I want to be on radio. Because it's my dream. And that's why I actually
Yes.
did this. It's my dream since college. I tried to audition for Magic before.
Okay.
That's the same year. I think Vince Galanco also auditioned. He got in. They told me I sounded like an announcer. Right? I was like, it's fine. Fair game, whatnot. But I felt like, what? I talk too much. I
Right.
got to be able to release this pent up, energy somewhere.
Of course, and your opinions, right?
Correct.
Yes.
And make sense.
And make
right?
sense.
And that's most
That's
important.
important.
Right. And it felt it's like the best time. And now I think this is the best avenue to do that. Now, Mon, here's what I wanted to learn. From a DJ, see the glitz, the glamour, the fame. What are the challenges and what is the daily grind of a DJ in order to prepare that? I'm pretty sure that gets old right away. And if you did that for 17 years, holy damn shit, right? Like, wow.
Right. At first, you come into it, it's scary. It's
Yep.
this like big monster, but you have to prepare for your show.
Okay.
You cannot half-ass it.
Okay.
Because if you half-ass it, people will call you on it, right?
Right.
You have to know what you're talking about. You
Right.
try not to sound stupid. So you do all those things by preparing.
How does one prepare for
So
radio?
at the time, if you backtrack and I was a newscaster,
Right.
I had to write my news. So I wrote my news, I rehearsed it before I said it on air, and then I delivered it. And then when I was a co-DJ or on a show,
Yeah.
then I would kind of research before the show about the things that I'd have to talk about or the things that we'd want to talk about on that show, like questions
Wow.
that were going to be put out, because obviously we had, that was like the laman of your show, eh?
True,
Diba?
true.
So you had news and then you had like interactive stuff between you and the listener.
Yep.
Right? And then all the other
You
things.
gotta take calls too.
And then you take
And
calls.
they're all random.
And then because it's radio, because it's music radio, you
Yeah.
have to know about the songs and the artists that you're playing.
Regardless if you like them or not.
Regardless, yes, diba? Oh, my biggest challenge was to host or to board during Riot Wednesdays.
Okay.
So Riot
Riot
Wednesdays
Wednesdays.
now,
Okay.
kayang-kaya ko.
Okay.
Kasi
That's
I
your
know
time.
all the songs because they're early 2000s,
Yep,
diba?
yep.
Pero when I was boarding for Riot Wednesdays, may mga 70s pa yun eh.
Oh my God.
And 80s. So I was like, okay, 80s kaya ko pa. Pero yung mga, I had to research.
Yeah.
You
And it's
know?
hard before when internet is not as prominent now where you can literally
yes.
Google something.
Of course,
On your phone.
our news came from magazines and newspapers.
So
That's
a lot
it.
of
Rolling
hours.
Stones. I mean, we relied heavily on the subscriptions that the radio station would have. So all the music magazines, all the chismis magazines, we had them all there.
Wow.
And that's where we would lift the news from.
Yeah.
And of course, you can't plagiarize, so you'd have to rewrite it. In comes technology.
Yes.
You
Changes
can't,
the whole ball
changes
game.
the whole ball game because
Yeah.
everything's instant.
Correct.
Like I will know about Justin Bieber and Selena breaking up the same time you
Yeah.
will know. And then like if I deliver it on radio,
It's late.
late na.
Right.
Diba? Alam ko na yun eh. So the challenge there is how am I going to deliver this to make it sound interesting and to make it sound like, oh, hey, I didn't get that detail.
Okay.
So remember, you're just not going to look at one website. You're going to look at all the other sites and kind of just put all that information together. And as a broadcaster, because that's what you are naman talaga.
Yes. You're not an influencer.
Hindi.
You're not a celebrity.
So if you're behind
Yeah.
the mic and you're working for radio, broadcaster ka, that's why you have KBP license.
Yes.
Diba? So
There you go.
technically,
Does everyone still have now? Or
yes, you're supposed to. You're
Supposed
supposed
to.
to have
Okay.
one. Yes, dapat.
Okay.
And then there's a test that you take, right?
Oh.
Yes, of course.
even know that.
May test yan, may essay pa yan yata.
Wow.
If I remember correctly. So, just you cannot sound dumb, because people will know now.
you
Even
can
back
have
then.
all these you can't have that.
No, just so
It's all live on air.
preparedness
True.
is research, definitely,
And then
Before-
practice.
and practice. Right now, I hear DJs on air reading from whatever they found
Yeah,
on
and they
the net.
sound like they're reading.
Like they're reading it from the screen.
Oh God.
Sabi ko, edit mo lang konti, no? So,
There you go from the OGs.
yeah.
Yeah, listen.
Or that's what you do. So just, if you're too lazy, i-copy paste mo, tapos i-rewrite mo na lang
Right.
in your own way. Don't, because I hear them.
Don't verbatim that shit.
Yeah, it's so bad. I want to cringe. I want to be like, oh God, stop it. Just stop talking right now. That's me when I listen to radio sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
But anyway, Mon, let's take a quick break.
Okay.
When we come back, let's talk about how you transitioned now from radio to putting up the best burgers in town.
Oh my God.
That's just amazing. Anyway, more of that after the break. Hey, do you guys like what you're hearing so far? If you do, please don't forget to show us some love and subscribe to Hustleshare on your favorite podcast app. You can listen to us on Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts, and all the other major podcast apps. Also, if you want to get in touch with us and suggest the next hustlers you want to hear in the show, please do messages on our chatbot on Messenger. Just search Hustleshare or go to m.me/Hustleshare, powered by Chatbot PH. And lastly, if you want to know more about the details and resources we discussed during each episode, please go to our show notes at hustleshare.com. Cool? All right, back to the show. Welcome back to Hustle Share. We are still with Monica. Mon.
Hello.
Oh my God,
I'm
DJ
here.
Friend. I'm still so tempted to call you DJ Friend.
You can. I
DJ
go by
friend.
both.
Okay.
Sometimes people ask me, what should I call you, Monica or Francesca? Either. I will respond to both.
Okay.
So it's okay.
I'll call you Mon because I'm more used to, but in the back of my head, I should have called her DJ Friend.
Okay.
Anyway, so Mon, you've been on radio, been doing this it was first love. I'm pretty sure you like.
I loved it.
Yeah.
It was
And
the
I'm pretty
best.
sure till now it's ingrained in you.
Yes, I miss it. Every time I'm in front of a microphone, it's like, oh,
Oh, the DJ Fran just comes out. Right. And for me, it's same. It's like my first love is basketball. Mm-hmm. Talking about basketball. Let's go. I can talk about this all day. I literally sweated my ass out in high school.
really?
Yeah. I used to play.
I've seen pictures of you, Ron.
Dude, I look like Earthworm Jim in high school. The slim Earthworm Jim, huh?
I was like, is this Ron? Is this the Ronster I know?
It looks like I was selling crack, literally.
So that was just all basketball.
Yeah, because
Yung
I
payatness na yan.
yes.
Okay.
No, I mean, and
Got
that's
it.
the same thing. Whatever I learned in basketball, it's the same formula I used to run my team. It's very
Okay.
team-oriented,
Oh, that's
discipline,
right.
we, not me kind of thing. So
Good.
it's the same thing, right? So I'm pretty sure, I know the feeling, but it's a different medium.
Mm-hmm.
But Mon, how did you realize, or what was that moment when you realized, all right, it's time to move on to something different? From radio 17, 18 years, it's a long time.
It's a long time.
And now, how did you transition into what you're doing now? Probably all the way to how Sweet X came to a reality, and you be just do crack in a burger. It's so good, right?
Well, honestly, it was a very, very difficult decision.
Okay.
Like, I thought about it. I was probably thinking about it a year before I actually left.
Wow.
I always say, like, you know, if you join a team
Okay.
or if you join a company, whatever it is, you
Yep.
have to be with them 100%.
True.
Right?
All in.
All in ka, dapat. You cannot ever find yourself in the middle.
True.
Because
no
if you
such thing.
find yourself in the middle,
You're gonna coast.
right?
Right.
Or like middle meaning na parang you're 100% loyal to them. You believe in what they say, right? You believe in their moral
the Kool-Aid.
code. Yeah.
Right?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Drinking the Kool-Aid. Exactly. Tama. So
Yeah.
if you find yourself there, right in the middle, na parang tama ba to or hindi? Parang do I agree with what you're saying or do I not agree with what you're saying? It's very difficult.
Yeah.
That's the danger point for me.
Yeah.
So I found myself there. There were movements, I guess, towards the latter part of my radio career with
Okay.
them that I did not agree with
Sure.
100%. I was also growing. You can imagine if I joined 19 years old and I left 17 years later, I
Right.
literally grew up on radio. I grew up with these
With
people.
a mic in front of you, right?
Yes. That's why I'm also so glad that there wasn't heavy social media
Yeah.
back then, because that would have been a doozy. But my point is, like, I grew up with them.
Okay.
Okay. And obviously, male-dominated world.
Yeah.
But I would like to say I held my own. Delamar also held her own.
Yep.
Nobody can fuck with us for
There you
real.
go.
Though we learned.
Right.
Okay, so there came a point where and then remember I was also a single mom.
Yep.
Okay, all throughout that.
Right.
So the balancing act of that was also challenging, though at the time I didn't realize it was
Okay.
because I was also very young.
Got it. But just walk us through that
Okay.
thing, because I see a lot of radio DJs now. Aside from radio, and I'm not sure if it's still true back then and whatnot. They say again, please debunk this or whatnot.
Okay.
Radio doesn't really pay you much.
Yes, in
And
the
then
beginning.
you get in the beginning.
Oh
and then
no,
you
go
earn
ahead,
your
go ahead.
stripes.
And then what?
It opens up so many doors like hosting and whatnot, where you kind of
Absolutely
make bank on that one.
Oh yes, when I started, I was very, very poor.
Okay. Everybody.
Struggling student.
Okay.
But then of course as you evolve, and I think looking back in retrospect, RX was very, very generous. They were.
And they still run the same program till now.
Yes. So which says a lot about them.
Yes.
Right? I mean, I talk a lot of shit
Right.
about them because sometimes it's true. Because obviously,
Okay.
they had all their major jocks leave. But there's something in their formula that works because never, ever did they change formats. And that says a lot about a radio station.
Sure. Top 40.
I think they're very lucky.
Yeah.
Chico is still there. I think they're
Right.
very lucky. If I will be very honest in this podcast.
There you go. There's no KBP.
I have no filter kasi minsan
There you go. Only a pop filter on your mic, but that's
yes.
it.
But yeah, so their longevity,
Yeah.
and their legacy as to what they are in their
Sure.
format, 100% sila okay lang.
Yeah.
But okay, so me, I found myself in a very difficult position. I had another baby, right? I had my bunso, David.
Yes.
And
Super cute, by the way.
yeah.
Totally.
So having a baby at 30 versus having a baby at 19
Totally different.
for a woman is completely different.
Yes.
I was fully aware of what was going on, fully aware of my
Yes.
body and my responsibilities and whatnot.
Yep.
I was an adult na.
True.
Diba?
True.
So my priorities shifted.
Got it.
So when my priorities shifted, I was like, okay, where am I going to spend most of my time?
Yes.
Diba? I love radio. Do not get me. I love it. I love it to this day.
Yeah.
I mean, like if I can go back, I would, but it's not the climate for that anymore. Like
Sure.
I don't know, parang okay na.
Yeah.
Like I've done it, I've
Okay.
contributed, and I can go into different things.
And then, again, you're up there, and it's like it's
I
just
know.
like Hall of Fame.
There's
No,
other
but
people.
I
Grabe.
understand, but come on now.
No.
For you to win an award, that just validates your talent as well.
Thank you.
I've seen
Thank
jocks
you.
come and go. Right. I'm the reason why I'm always on radio and I listen so much because I'm in sales majority of the time.
Okay.
And I have nothing to do but listen to the fucking radio. Pre-Spotify.
Pre-Spotify, yes.
Now I'm
Spotify
more
changed the game, eh?
selective, right? But that's why there's also podcasts because
Yeah.
it's the same type of content. Now it's just on demand,
Exactly.
right? So and now again, no filters, no need to fucking I can't say shit, I can't say whatever fuck, that, right? So it's good. So that really just you're up there again.
Thank you. I'm blushing because, obviously, I don't know. I mean, there's always self-doubt. Na parang, talaga, I will think, na parang, did I really deserve that KBP Golden Dove Award?
Yeah, but
3 times.
3 times. Come on,
Or 4. I
Pull me one
I
time,
lost count.
shame on
No.
you. Pull me twice. Okay, that's on me.
Yeah.
Pull me. No, this 3 times is not a fluke, man. Come
So,
on now.
That's why, yeah, sometimes you look back. But yeah,
Right.
so I have to remind myself, okay, you were okay. You were good.
But you're having a comeback, like what I said, will be what now in a
We'll
different
see.
format.
Yes,
I'm
yes.
so excited.
So I decided to leave. I had to take that leap of faith.
Sure.
It was everything. It was everything and all that I knew.
Got it.
Radio and boarding and just talking to somebody and talking to the listeners and
Right.
interacting that way.
Right.
And when I left, I craved for it. I was like, oh, I miss
Withdrawal.
it. I had major withdrawal because it happened all of a sudden. I didn't get to say goodbye. It was just
Shit.
like, okay, that's
They
your
didn't have
last
their
tour.
farewell tour.
No, I did not have a farewell tour or farewell show, but it was just like that, which is good. I think looking back, na parang, oh, sige.
It's like going cold turkey.
Yes.
You gotta just do it.
I just had to do it.
Yeah.
And then when I left, it was like, okay,
Now
what the
what?
fuck now? The fuck am I gonna do?
Right.
Because I mean, every day I woke up, I boarded, I
Right,
went
right.
home.
Routine.
I did hostings and stuff, and all of a sudden it wasn't there anymore.
Yeah.
I was lucky to have found a partner. His
Okay.
name's Al.
Shout
Al
out.
Galang.
There you go.
Okay, so we have a colored past.
Okay.
Before I decided to leave radio, we already had a small store in Cubao.
Cubao X.
It was already called Sweet Ecstasy.
There you go.
But we only sold milk and cookies. We
Milk
wanted to
and
be
cookies.
Yes, weird, right? How are you gonna make money off of that?
If the is the non-dairy shit that's going on now, it's pretty sure like no, people don't like dairy.
Maybe
like
we would have gone to
gluten.
almond milk or something.
Right,
but
right.
but it was just milk and cookies, and it was supposed to be an adult milk and cookie shop. So
Okay.
our milk had like maybe rum in it or Bailey's or something. But it's like ganon. And then we had fun posters
And
and
you did
artwork.
that on your own.
We did that on our own.
Nice.
And we said, okay, but we were friends because before we were dating and then we broke
Mm-hmm.
up. And then we became friends, right?
Okay.
So the friend part of this journey, we said, oh, why don't we open a business together?
Okay.
Which is the stupidest idea ever
Okay.
because it'll either make or break you
True.
as a
As a couple.
couple.
Right, true.
Right? Because it ain't no joke.
True.
We learned that the hard way. So, so, and then, so when we opened the milk and cookies,
Yeah.
I got pregnant.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because of the drum in the cookies.
Maybe. Because life is not black and white. Malaki yung gray area namin ni Al. So, the baby happened there in the gray
Right, right.
area.
Somewhere in
Diba?
between.
Kasi we were friends and we weren't
Okay.
dating. We weren't, committed to
Okay.
each other. So, yun. Yeah, so lo and behold, baby. Blessing
Wow.
our son.
Yes.
And then I think some point there we were not
Right.
together, but at some point he said, I think we need to we won't make money off of milk and cookies.
Okay.
And I'm from New York, he's from California.
There you go.
He grew up on burgers, I grew up on pizza
There you go.
and like Greek food and stuff. But anyway, so his thing, he's like, I think I can make a good burger. I said, whatever.
This is Al's recipe?
Oh yes, everything is
Holy
Al.
shit.
It's not me. I am head of operations. I do
Got
not.
it.
I don't touch anything in the kitchen. Though I know how to cook. My
Yeah.
family has a strong background in cooking. We used to cater in New York, but it's really Al.
Al, you have one hell of a recipe.
It's him. So
my
he
God.
researched, and this is a guy, okay, bachelor 100%.
Yep.
Before he settled down.
Yep.
So I'm like, you don't know how to cook.
Right.
You know how to make like scrambled eggs or something, but
Yeah.
he surprised me. And he surprised me with the best damn burger that I've ever had.
If you haven't tasted it, please go to Jupiter Street. You'll see it there. It's right by the area
Yeah.
near Shell.
Yeah.
Right.
But it has evolved from that first time he made it in our kitchen to what it is now.
Okay.
You
So
know.
the burger came in Cubao.
In Cubao. And we would sell it on weekends only because he was the one who would cook it and I
Okay.
would be the one to prep it. And then we had one server, one cashier,
staff, yeah.
one staff. That's it.
Shoot, how did it balloon to this crazy thing that now you had one in Katipunan, you had one in the Palace. Like I call it the Palace all the time because
Uptown Parade.
yeah, sorry, I'm a nightlife dude. That was my thing. That place is a club for me.
Yes.
Everything else is outside the palace. It's still the palace.
It's like Silo now, right?
Yes.
It's different. Okay,
yeah, but that whole compound is palace to me.
Yeah. Oh my God. So it was a long journey. We had like lots of really big lessons that
Right.
we learned.
Near death? Are there some near death experiences or the whole thing's shutting down? 'Cause
Yes.
That's a normal theme towards startups.
Absolutely.
Like, holy shit, how are we gonna do payroll? How are we gonna pay rent?
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. I was in over my head. I did not know what
And you
was
did not
going
have radio.
on. No, because I had left eventually. yes.
Already?
So wala na yung cushion ko eh. Wala na yung sweldo ko from radio. Bye-bye. So this was, which it helped. because it pushed us.
All in.
All in na. Wala na akong ano.
Right.
I don't have plan B. This is it.
Yeah.
And if I had that cushion, I'd be like, I wouldn't have been focused on it.
Yeah.
So everything happened for a reason.
Correct.
But I learned, and we learned the hard way, like expensive, near death, very expensive lessons we learned.
What were those lessons, Mon? Like, for example, because we always say it in startup land and in tech.
Sige,
right?
tell me.
You know, we always say that, all right, you need to make sure you have a repeatable business model.
Okay.
Like, you have the right margins, you have the right team on board, you have a scalable concept and whatnot.
Right.
For you guys, what was that that moment where you said, all right, now we can turn the corner and we don't have to catch tail every time and fucking worry about how we're gonna pay our rent?
Just that only happened like last year.
No, it happens all the time, but you just get better at dealing with it.
Yes.
Right.
We've been around, I think 5 years.
Yeah.
Okay, so and only last year is when like I felt like I had a firm grasp on how to run this properly.
True. Because radio and business, I mean, it's...
Hello, no.
Right.
All I knew how to do was host and entertain, and then all of a sudden, I had a payroll, I had government remittances, I had fucking BIR. You know, and me... I read something. It was a pivotal moment because there was a article in the newspaper or just like an ad or something. It was when the BIR was doing a crackdown on like those Zubuchon and stuff that na hindi sila nagbabayad ng tax.
Yeah, yeah.
So the owner of Zubuchon wrote something and he said, like, don't come at me. Like, don't at me, bro, because I have the fucking receipts.
Yeah.
Like, he wrote something that said, you know,
Right.
we are above board. We paid this, we paid that. And why are you coming at us? Right? Because I don't know if the BR put something out.
Right,
na
right.
Parang, tax evade. I don't know. I can't remember. But I do remember him saying, I'm above board.
Okay.
So
and you got paper trail.
Right?
Yeah.
So I said, that is how I want to be. I want to be above board. Everything, because I do not want to be looking behind me, you know, and saying, oh shit, they're gonna come after me. Oh, what did we cover? No. So till this day, I said I really strive to make sure everything we did was proper, even though it was so fucking hard.
Yes.
I tried to get a business permit for Jupiter by myself.
Oh, you did? Oh man.
Meaning I had to go to City Hall, huh?
Yeah, in fucking JP Rizal.
And the thing is, you know, I don't know why they make it so hard. It's so fucking frustrating.
Right.
They have prerequisites to things that you need, and then they won't tell you what they are.
Yeah. Guess what?
Guess what? You need this pala.
And then it's not with
nandito
you.
ako kahapon eh. Why didn't you tell me?
Right.
So it was really, I will never do that again.
Well, I'm pretty sure it was humbling.
I have people to help me, but it was humbling. And it was such a good learning experience. Na parang, okay, they're not making it easy for you. You want to give their business, but they're not going to make it easy for you. So how are we going to do this? And I didn't want to bribe them. Okay?
You wanted to do it the right way.
I just wanted to do it the right way because that's how you do it naman talaga eh.
True,
Dapat
true.
in an ideal world, right?
I love how you went from berserk to the ideal.
Yeah, because I've learned how to manage my anger too in the 5 years of running this business.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I used to explode. I used to be so mad. Right?
You gotta find the zen.
You gotta find the zen.
And with burgers, that comes naturally.
So, and that's still something that I'm trying to deal with, right? But anyway, so it was very, very hard. But I'm glad I went through it.
Wow.
Well, we're still going through it as a company. We're still growing. I mean, we still want to do things. You know, we there's partners and there's malls and people who come in and want you to expand.
I have one. Do you guys have one in Ayala the 30th, right?
We still do.
Dude, that's like literally around the corner
so
of my
you
office.
at the 30th, yeah.
Oh shit.
Second floor.
Yes.
We're there.
That
So,
quirky
you know, but what I learned is these people will come at you because you have a hot thing at the moment.
True.
It doesn't mean that you have to go and do it.
Yeah.
Because if you're not ready, you're going to sink.
True.
So that's like probably one major takeaway that I had.
Got it.
So yun, that's how we got started.
Wow.
I forgot the initial question.
No, the initial question was, what was the
I wanted a
pivotal
circle.
thing about like, you know, what made you like? There's a formula per se. Like, all right, this is good. So you went from Cubao to Jupiter.
yeah.
What was that? You closed Cubao? Did you?
Yeah, we did. We closed Cubao.
Why
we loved
did you
it
move here?
Because we were looking for a place na talagang standalone.
Yeah.
And we happened upon this one.
That was
At one of
perfect.
Al's.
It's a corner.
I know. One of Al's friends said,
Right.
"Hey, I own this lot. My family. Do you want to?" Because it was Serenity before.
Was it? I didn't know. Okay.
Yeah, the Serenity, and we said okay. And because
Yeah.
I was trying to fix the permits by myself, it took so long to open. It was
Did
there.
it?
We had
Wow.
signage, we had stuff, but we
You
couldn't
couldn't
open.
run business yet.
No, because we didn't
Shit,
have
and
anything.
You gotta pay the fucking overhead.
But thank the Lord, the people who helped us around that time, they were
Sure.
very patient with us
Yes.
with rent and stuff.
Yep.
So yeah, so we finally opened, and
yes, I
it
remember.
was like boom. It was a slow start at first. So we only serve burgers, wings, shakes, sides, right? And
Yep.
drinks.
Which are all fucking winners, by the way.
Yes.
I have-
but
Yep.
this is a rice eating country, right? So
Yeah.
they come to us, they come to our window. Do you have rice with your wings? No, we don't. Ay, bye-bye. Lakad sila. They go walk
Really?
away. Yeah, yeah. Of course.
Still now?
No.
Okay.
No
They
more
know
na.
now. Like
No more
sweet
na.
X, you get it for food crack on food, bro. That's
But
what they- Yeah.
for a while they asked us that, and we had to stand firm that we
True.
we were not gonna
True.
serve
Nope.
rice.
Yeah.
It's
You
not
gotta get
gonna
your
happen.
carbs somewhere
Ito na
else.
yun eh. This is us. So okay, and then all of a sudden Esquire happened,
Esquire.
the best burger of
Okay.
I
Now
think,
let's take a quick
2017.
break.
Oh, sige, go.
About
Sorry.
that.
Okay,
Sorry
go.
about that.
Yes, yes,
and
yes.
then let's talk about what's that moment where like boom, Esquire happened. Let's take a quick break. Let's do a cliffhanger real quick. And we'll be back to talk about the Esquire moment after this very quick reminder.
Effective automation is the best way for businesses to stay competitive. And having a chatbot for your business lets you easily automate and optimize sales, marketing, and customer service in the digital age. Chatbot PH will build, train, maintain, and market your chatbot across all messaging platforms. Our team uses the latest AI technologies to enable you to better serve customers 24/7, 365. Set a meeting with us today. Message us now at m.me/chatbotph.
And we're back from the break. We're still with Monica, DJ Fran. How are you?
That's me.
Yes. Let's discuss, Mon, that Esquire moment that you talked about.
Right.
So now you're in Jupiter. You're selling burgers and all these really good stuff. You're not selling rice. And then Esquire happened. Okay,
Yeah.
what was this Esquire thing?
So it just happened. It happened in January. They released it. We were named best burger for the double cheeseburger.
Best burger in
Yeah.
motherfucking Manila.
Yeah,
guys.
under best new restaurants, and it was just like whoa. But here's the thing: it was whoa for us, and it was a big deal.
Okay.
But we were not prepared for what happened next.
Did you?
It
Yeah.
was like, okay, if I were gonna do techie stuff, because Al does this analogy all the time. It was
Yeah.
like our website, it just overloaded and it crashed.
Oh man.
Yeah, so we were just inundated with so many people.
Right.
Our kitchen could not handle it. Like we could not handle it training wise.
Shit.
The wait was like an hour. So for all those people who went to Sweet Ecstasy in Jupiter way back then and they had to wait an hour for their burger, I apologize, but thank you so much for being
No,
patient.
but the hype is real.
Being patient
Right.
because we had people come in like I had to say sorry. I mean, Al and I were working behind the counter at that time.
Right.
So it
I
was
remember.
like,
Yeah.
yeah. So it was very harrowing because you want to give the people this food that they came in for because they
Yep.
read it.
Yep.
But we were super backlogged. Everything just crashed. Like, so slow.
Yeah.
So
But
it was a big turning
Right.
point because we realized, hey, we need help here.
Okay.
Like we are not just a small time place in Cubao and we can coast along, you know.
Right, you're in the big boy league now.
We gotta step up our game.
Sure.
So we hired a consultant to help us with the kitchen flow
Okay.
and like the preparation of everything. You know, the recipe stayed the same, but we learned how to standardize everything.
Okay.
You know, and put some measures. You know, the steps.
Got it. No, so it's you know what I remember from this story from that you're telling. I don't know if you've ever watched this movie with the founder.
Yes, I did. Oh my god, I cried in that movie. Al and I watched it. Yes.
Right. Just don't try to hire a Ray Kroc who's gonna fuck
Right,
you
who's gonna fuck me over and buy my company out.
Right.
I know.
No, don't hire a Ray Kroc. But
Yeah.
holy shit.
Like how they
this is
set
like
up the
that.
kitchen, how
Right.
those brothers set up the kitchen and
Yep.
the way it works. So that was ingenious.
Yeah.
Amazing. So yeah, we took from all of that. We learned from all of that. Every
Yes.
experience we learned and we executed it into the shop.
Business 101. That is amazing.
Yeah.
From that point, how long did it take you to now live up to the hype in terms of demand? Because demand probably went 10x.
We made sure it happened quickly.
Okay.
That we were able to churn out burgers faster. Maybe 6 months. I mean, it should have been
Okay.
faster than that, but at least. I mean, now you won't have to wait long.
No,
I'd say 15 minutes lang.
Tops,
Tops 20. But we really had to strive for that. So what happened was, so we went full force with that. We
Okay.
made sure. We made sure that we can deliver to the demand.
Okay.
And then after that, we had to take care of other aspects of the
Sure.
business.
Which is like
The back end.
financials and
Yeah.
whatnot.
Ooh.
Ooh, it's just, especially if
hate it.
you don't like numbers.
I don't like
It
numbers.
feels like work a lot.
That's why I was a DJ. I don't like numbers. I don't like counting. I don't like thinking that much in that way. My brain was not wired to be
How
that.
many partners do you guys? Because I'm pretty sure I know you and Al. Then you have Diego
We have
and
Diego. And then
I always get starstruck whenever because backstory, we're literally right beside each other. when I started, I was still working on Party Pal. We're neighbors.
super.
Right,
Our
like-
buildings are connected. We have the same landlord. That's how it.
Oh, really?
How
I didn't
connected it
know
was.
that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I went there every time for lunch, at least once a week. And every time I go, there's always a celebrity eating in your place, right? And there was like at night sometimes like, hey, can I park in your area?
Yeah, of
Like,
course.
sure,
yeah,
sure.
you and Vin.
Right. Like, go, park there. I got you. So, how did you live up to the hype? Because there's a cult following for Sweet X. And did you ever guys even do a proper marketing approach to this?
No.
Because people just fucking
It really was word of
Stories.
mouth.
Yeah.
It was really word of mouth. It was the people who ate there, spent their own money, and posted it on their own IG accounts with no behest from us. No, hey,
Yeah.
can you post? So it was very organic.
Yeah, I remember Mar Rojas going to you guys after he lost
After
the election.
he lost, which was amazing. I was like, oh my God, you can't buy this shit.
Yeah.
Can't buy this publicity. So yeah. And Ann Curtis.
Yep, everyone. One time, I was just eating and I was still smoking back then before I went full turkey. That's always a perfect combination. A grilled cheeseburger and smokes after. And I was like, someone drove by and like this really big sports car. It's Alex Gonzaga.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I was like, hey, what's up? She said, hi, can I park here? I'm like, yeah, go. Just park there.
Right.
Shout out to John Orak. That was your office. But like,
Okay.
yeah, I was just trying to be nice. But every time, the hype is real. And because here's the thing. I always see this come and go, especially in food businesses.
Okay.
I've seen this with Papa John's, where the hype was crazy.
And then it dies down.
It dies down and all the way to the bottom. It bottoms out.
Okay.
Yours is there's still hype in it,
Thank you.
right? How did you sustain? Because I'm pretty sure it kind of bogged down a little bit, but
Okay,
it's
yeah.
still it plateaued somewhere where it's still in a healthy middle. Right?
I think it's Al's dedication to quality and the food that he puts out. There's no substitutes, kasi when it comes to things that he decides to the ingredients that he decides to put in our food. I learned early on I can't fuck with him in the kitchen. Like
Yep.
Nope.
Nope.
I
Okay.
can't. Pwede na yan. Nope. Hindi. So if he wants this cheese, it's this cheese. If he wants this meat, it's this meat. If he doesn't want it frozen, you can't freeze it.
Yeah.
Right? So that's it. So it's the attention to the detail of the ingredients and the dedication. And he's one of those people that we cannot run out of anything in the store. Maybe soda, sure.
Yeah.
But like
The milkshake that brings all the boys to the
milkshakes,
yard.
yeah. You know, we've learned though. We've kind of loosened up a little. We learned like, parang okay, if our blender's busted, we can't have milkshakes.
Okay.
Diba? But I've seen him literally like we're about to close. Somebody comes in, asks for like a vanilla milkshake.
Yep.
We ran out of vanilla. He will go to 7-Eleven.
Buy one.
And he will buy,
Ice cream,
especially
right.
if it's our brand
Right.
that we use, he will buy it and then he will make it. And we're closing already, huh? Most people will be like, sorry, we ran out.
Right.
So it's that dedication. And I think us as people, we're not pretentious.
Yeah.
You know? We never put anything out there that pushes it to, I don't know. Actually, if
Right.
you ask me, I don't know how to describe it. It was just very organic. We're lucky that we
Yeah.
have a partner like Diego who knows a lot of people.
Yeah.
He himself is so charismatic.
Yep.
You know, so he brings that to the table. It's wonderful. So when he comes and he tells people, oh, pare, you know, you have to try Sweet Ecstasy. You know, it's
Right.
legit eh. Hindi
Right.
siya, it's not a put on.
Yep.
There's no false pretense, you know? So there.
Genuine.
It is very genuine.
Right.
It is very 100% genuine. There's no put on.
Okay. Now, Mon, question, because there's something that really touched my heart the last time I went to Sweet X.
Okay.
And I've known you guys for a while. It's been I had like a good couple months span that I didn't get a Sweet X. But lately I went to your most of the time is because I'm eating and you have parking. So hard to
Okay.
park in fucking Jupiter. You know, and I've been
It's mutually
here,
beneficial.
yeah,
It's all right.
3 times before.
Okay.
And I had the worst fucking experience when they towed my car.
Oh
I
my
went
God,
to
I'm
the
so
tow
sorry.
truck all the way to the fucking impounding. I was riding shotgun with the tow guy.
Oh my God.
I was fucking embarrassed
Yes.
with myself. So anyway, last time I went there was this dude who was helping me out.
Mm-hmm.
And I was calling him and he wasn't replying. I was like, what the fuck's wrong with this guy? And then he had the sign that says, I'm deaf. And I was so touched to see that you guys employ disabled people
Yes.
and give them really good opportunities to do that. How did this start and how did you guys like incorporate them and even train them like into the system?
Honestly, they not auditioned. Sorry, they
Right.
just inquired and they asked, "Do you need somebody?" And we're like, "Okay."
How was
There's nothing to it
Okay.
actually.
So it's like a normal
It's
application.
normal. Yeah.
How do
They
you
applied.
communicate with them? I'm pretty sure it's a challenge at first, but now it's like
The staff
seamless.
who interact with them in Jupiter, because mostly they're in Jupiter.
Okay.
They learned sign language. Some already know sign language.
Wow.
And then if I have to talk to them, I'll write it down or I'll
Okay.
put it on my phone. So
Nice.
and they speak English. It's English because
Nice.
it's American Sign Language. So
Okay.
English is their
Their
first.
method, okay.
Yeah, their first language. So yeah. So it wasn't. We don't bat an eye. It's like, okay, if you're going to apply and if you're capable
Okay.
and you're professional
Yeah.
and you're going to handle this job as such, then come on in.
That is awesome. So God
Yeah.
bless you for that.
Thank you.
No, it's really
They're
awesome.
wonderful. I love them, and our crew loves them. You know, and they're hardworking, just
Yep.
like anybody else.
Correct.
Who wants a job
Right.
and who wants to keep it. Because I've had other employees
Yeah.
who are fully capable, not
But-
PWD, pero, parang binabasura nila yung trabaho nila. So,
Right.
parang sorry.
It is what it is.
It is what it is
Right.
naman talaga. Yeah.
Well, that's one thing. Now, Mon, just to wrap it up on
Yes.
the
I'm talking too much.
No. So sorry, don't do it that way. But basically, I wanted to talk about what are the main like learnings you had running Sweet X from its humble beginnings, and now you said now there's radio, and now you've completely done this full time with
Yeah.
being a full time mom.
Woo.
What are the main things that you took from there, and what would you like to share to people that would want to follow? Say, for example, I have a good concept, I have a good fucking recipe. Well, what would you tell them? I guess?
Okay, well, first and foremost, I guess it's the food, right?
Okay.
Whatever it is that you're selling, that
Yeah.
you want, it has to be good, right? You have to believe in it.
Right.
And then second, it's not a joke. It's a business, eh?
Sure.
Especially with food, kasi. So like, I have good food.
Right.
You can't stop there, eh?
Yeah.
And I learned that there are so many other aspects to this running a business.
Yep.
right? And I had to learn quickly. Because if I didn't learn quickly, we would have sunk a long time ago.
Yeah.
And you have to learn how to adapt. Because and then especially if you came from a career that had nothing to do with business. I came from radio. I had to rewire my thinking.
Unlearn a lot of stuff.
I had to unlearn a lot of stuff and then apply it. Right. I had to be open-minded. You have to be patient.
Yeah.
You know, but one thing is, learn the basics. And don't give up, because you can give up. It's so easy.
True.
So easy to give up when it's things come your way, the challenges come your way, and they won't stop, huh?
Yeah.
Like we get calls midnight. I'm like, oh, may problema, blah blah blah, or whatever, stuff like that. So my main takeaway is you have to be dedicated to it.
100%, like what you all said. Even in radio, all in.
You can't half-ass it, right?
True.
You can't phone it in either. So either you're in or you're out.
As cliche as it sounds, but that's what it is.
Ganun talaga eh. You have to do it because it's no joke. If somebody told me, Monica, Francesca, running a business is ganito.
Easy.
It's not easy.
Okay.
I wouldn't have done it.
God.
I think like everything in my life, I go into it blindly.
And then boom.
And then boom, I'm there now.
It's a clusterfuck.
I think it's my nature. I'm a Capricorn. I'm also the year of the dragon. So
you're a dragon?
Yeah.
I'm a dragon too.
Oh, see, there you go. So it's like that. So you see the challenge, then you're gonna have to conquer it. It's our nature, right? So it's my nature too. Like I will not back down.
Yep.
Gagawin ko
Fuck
to.
it.
I
All
will
or
do.
nothing, right?
Yeah, I will do whatever it takes to
Yep.
get it done.
Correct. There you go. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Now, last question for someone who's, again, going back to the very start of the episode. Radio. Radio is a totally different ballgame now. You know, people don't even use nicknames. Why did they change nicknames back then, by the way?
Oh, I don't know. It sounded cool.
Oh, but now you have to use your own persona.
Oh, ganun ba yun?
Right.
Or maybe it just ties in kasi to their social media.
Yes.
Is that it?
Yeah, I guess.
Maybe.
What would you say for someone who wanted to be on radio now? Like,
oh wow, right now?
Yeah, or at least the basic.
I would hope.
Yeah.
I would hope one, the command of the language.
Sure.
Whatever language you choose, Tagalog, English, Bisaya. However, whatever your medium is, you have to have a good command of it.
Okay.
Don't come at me with bad grammar, okay?
There you go.
And please,
Grammarly.
and please, parang just say the whole word, right?
Yeah.
Don't like pobs. Your poblacion. It's
Let's go to
poblacion.
pub and then let's eat it, sweet axe.
Bora. Though people say Bora. Boracay. I once heard a girl say, I'm going to meet you at the Elevs. Sabi ko, anong Elevs? Elevator. Say the whole word. Right? Enunciate so I can hear you clearly. So, okay.
Those basics.
So it's the basic command of the language, right?
Okay.
And then be prepared. Don't just copy paste stuff. Research. If you're going to be a radio DJ, you're going to be playing music. Research on the people that you're going to be playing, your playlist. Take some time to do that. Invest in time. Educate yourself. Be well-rounded in that sense. Don't be flat. Don't just copy everything you hear and repeat everything you hear from your partner. Diba? A good DJ is somebody who can board alone.
And that's
you can tell. If you hear the DJs, diba, like the boys.
Yeah.
They're so good. They're so good together.
Right.
But they're also very good independently.
True. They can be alone, but they just choose to be with each other because that just adds more flavor to it. I tried, like, my first episode here, like, fuck, it's a monologue. It's so weird and it's so
very
awkward.
hard, yeah.
Right.
So you have to have your thoughts in order.
I lasted only like 15 minutes. Like, this is it. I'm done. I've said everything that I can.
Right. But the one thing, maybe my major takeaway, if you want to be on radio, if you want to be a broadcaster or even entertainment, a host, whatever.
Sure.
Okay? Dapat may laman yung sinasabi mo. Whatever you have to say holds weight, right?
Okay.
And remember, it will affect if it'll affect a lot of people.
Yeah.
Whatever comes out of your mouth, because you have this medium and you have this reach, a lot of people will hear it. Either they take it the right way or they'll take it the wrong way.
Okay.
Right? Depends on what you say. So it's very important that whatever comes out of your mouth, you think about it.
There you go.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's why podcasts are weird. It's like people can replay this forever and ever. That's why it kind of scares me. This medium scares me because before radio,
Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. Right.
It's like IG stories. It'll be gone in
Yeah.
24 hours.
Right.
Unless somebody recorded it.
Yeah.
But, whatever. But however it is, just be educated when you go
Correct.
in there.
And you talked about podcasts. Now I know you're so excited. That's actually why I wanted to have you on the show too, because you're about to be on radio, sort of again.
Sort
but
of
now
again.
in a podcast. Talk about that thing that you're about to launch very soon.
Okay, so we're launching a podcast. I'm with Delamar. And Jelly Del Arias and Jelly Victor.
There you go.
And then obviously we came from the same radio station.
Yep. OGs of radio. There you go.
We're all moms now, but then we realized that we're more than just moms.
Yep.
We have a lot to say still.
Yeah.
And we wanted to find an avenue to say it.
Okay.
It's not going to be very mom-centric. Obviously, it will have mom stuff, but we will talk about everything and
Grown
anything.
woman shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Stuff that grown women, not teeny boppers. Though. You want
And we're so excited we can curse.
Yes.
We get to have wine while we
Right.
do it.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's called the Eavesdrop.
Eves, that's perfect. Like, whoever came up with that pun.
I will have to ask Del if I can say who.
Yeah. But
But,
Eves,
yeah.
like,
The
Eves
Eve.
is not the normal spelling of eavesdrop. EVE
Apostrophe
S
S.
and then drop.
Drop.
That's going to be out very soon. So if you're listening to this, it's probably already on Spotify. It's on iTunes.
I hope so.
You will-
With the
I'll
help
make
of
sure.
Ron. He's
Yep.
going to help me.
Yes, it's going to be up for sure.
With all the techie stuff.
Right.
Yes.
It should. They need to be back. And we need this type of substance. I'm going to be listening. a
I
lot.
hope so. It's kind of scary too. Do people still really want to hear what we have to say?
You do have a market because now, again, I'm speaking for, I'm 30 now.
Okay. Ooh.
Right. No. And you said that was a big paradigm shift when you turned 30. My body started to change. My whole perspective trying to change. And the young kids from the early 2000s are totally grown-ups now.
Yes, absolutely.
And they have a different perspective.
Yeah.
It's just that you can't, it's a different medium that they use. And you're in our generation. You listen to you. Right. So I'm not fucking with you right now.
I
Like,
hope
swear
so.
it
I'm
is.
keeping my fingers crossed. We're very excited to do it. Yeah.
So stay tuned. This
we
is going to
hope.
be up very soon. And if you guys want to hear about three strong women discuss life in general,
That's right.
as moms, as human beings, as women in the 21st century, especially in this day and age, I don't know anybody else, or well, at least unfiltered information, especially in the Philippine setting, because a lot of people is like, there's common themes, like the masa stuff, which I don't have a problem with. It's just that if you want substance, it's like what Monica said, just like
That's it. There, substance.
yeah, substance,
You have
and
to have
be
substance.
educated, and at the same time have fun and be relatable. I think Eavesdrop is the one for you. So
Yay!
there you go.
Wow, what a hype man!
That's what it is. What I do, and I'm in nightlife now. That's what I do. I hype shit up, bro. That's what it is. So
Thank you.
That's it, Mon. How can they stay in touch with you? You still do hosting now, right? A
I
little
do
bit?
from
Yeah.
time to time. So,
Right.
yeah, sure.
Okay.
You can email me at monica@sweetxmanila.com.
There you go.
Okay.
So for Sweet X now, again, you guys are everywhere, and this is
Thank
food
you.
on crack. Of course, this is the best thing ever. I'm probably gonna head up there after this.
Yes, we'll
Yes.
give you burgers.
Oh, I'll pay. Like, here's one thing, guys. When you have friends that have businesses,
Yeah.
God damn it, pay for your shit.
Yes. Oh my God, yes.
All right? Don't ask for a discount. Okay, ask for a discount, fine, whatever. But pay.
Have you touched upon like influencers and stuff in any
I-
part of your podcast?
I'll have them soon. But
Oh no, I mean like, because I don't like people coming to me and saying, I have a blog.
okay, so
I
what?
want to try your food.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, di try it.
Pay.
But they're waiting for me to invite them over. I mean, you can do that, yes, with the big establishments, like
Yeah.
if ABS-CBN comes knocking at your door or whatever
Right,
big
right.
publication. But I mean, if you want to blog about my food, you're more than welcome to come.
True.
And, try it out, spend
Yep.
your own money. And then you can write about it however way you want.
True.
If you liked it, if you didn't like it.
The best way to
Diba?
support is pay up.
It's
You know?
100% honesty kasi.
Correct.
It's like, I feel like if I give you free food, now you feel like you're obliged to say something good about it.
Yeah.
Oh, and just to backtrack, that's how we really evolved. We took every constructive criticism from everybody from the start to even till now. And, we really think about it and we say, okay, do we need to fix this?
Sure.
We never we're never on the defensive. Like, no.
Yeah.
Okay na yung burger? No. We always try to listen to the feedback of all our customers.
That is amazing. So thank you, Mon, for being on the show.
Thank you so much for inviting me. I had so much fun. You don't know. You really don't know how much fun
No,
I
I
had
swear,
today.
but
I had
you
so
know,
much fun.
I'm looking forward to hearing Eavesdrop very soon.
Yay.
Right, so shout out. I've never met Jelly and Del, but
You will. Maybe we should have you as a guest. So you can
Podcast
talk about
takeover.
so you can talk about your hustle.
there you go. Let's do that. But for now, this is it. Thank you very much, and I'll catch you guys on the next episode. Peace.